Get on me. Hey guys, JH. Okay, we're going for a walk today in the paddock with the cows. And the cameraman's going to be a roving cameraman today, and he'll actually show you the cow out here and the other cows. We'll be up there. I mean, it's a big cow. Okay, it's a cow, but I don't know how aggressive it is, so I don't really want to mess with it. But guys, what we're doing, just going to show you how to use channel lock from a lot of different conditions. You know, uphill, downhill, and the fact that we've now worked ourselves into being able to load the trail axis or the lead axis, and it'll help us with the different lie situations. So we'll just go over here. Beautiful day today, but we are out in the cow paddock. And it's very windy, and we'll be targeting specifically, guys. So I know a few people have been sort of concerned about shot making. Well, really, with this swing, you really don't need to shot make that much. You can basically just hit the ball straight at the target. There's probably the Hells Angels convention going up there. Yeah, we're right near the freeway, guys, so it tends to get a little noisy sometimes. Okay, now guys, we've got a pretty severe upslope here. We'll just put a ball on that. It's a pretty severe upslope here. So invariably when you're hitting an upslope, you want to clearly angle your body to the slope, and with standard channel lock, if you were back on the trail axis, you'd have to really have a lot of diligence and not letting yourself fall too far backwards. So the fact that we've now been able to determine that we can use lead axis or trail axis, what I'll do here is that I'll set up on this uphill shot here, and I'll just lean up the hill a little bit, which means I'm going to load the lead axis. So that's a good facility, really. So we're right in line with the cow. So instead of normally being back here, I mean, with an upslope, we could tend to fall back a little bit. I wouldn't, because I've got pretty good vertical stability. But so guys, we can actually load up on that lead one, and we'll just fire it out there to that tree out there. And we're on the lead axis. Oh, that's just a perfect golf shot. That's gone within like 2 yards of where I was aiming. 2 yards of where I was aiming. Perfect golf shot. Okay, conversely, we've got a downhill lie. We can now stay on the trail axis, which is exactly what we want. We're now here because now we're going down the slope. Okay, we're going to move down the slope with the shot, but we're not going to move our body in front of the ball going down the slope. We want to move down the slope, but we want to make sure that the head stays back on the trail axis, which is exactly the geometry we need for this shot. And the good thing about playing a downhill lie, guys, with channel lock, is it's way back in the stance anyway, so that is really a good facility. And always when you've got that downhill lie, just grip the club down, get as close to it as you possibly can. And that's a good shot. So the advantage of moving around on that trail axis now is really coming into, on both axes now, is really coming in to its own. Now the cameraman will get a couple of absolutely straight on shots today. If you can go over here, I'm just going to hit a couple this way. Oh look, I'll hit a couple up towards the 240 sign. Guys, we'll see if we can get, I want you to get, I'm going to hit this way, so I want you to get 100% 90 degrees to me, because I want to show the foot position, the ball position. There's a 240 sign up here, guys, and a tree, and I'm just going to hit this 4-iron up there in between that tree. It's about 8 yards apart. So here I am. This is, how's that? See guys, that's where I want to be in terms of the ball position here. Now what I do with this now, and has always been for me, is arbitrary. You know, you can move it up or down, whatever you like, because once the shoulders are in position, it doesn't really matter what you do with your foot. So there I am there, here. Here we go. I'm over here, I'll just back cock here. Now I'll bring this foot up. Now guys, for this shot here, I'm going to lead, I'm going to load on that trail axis, and I'm going to sling this back. Just because there's a little bit of left to right wind here, so I'm just going to sling this back into that target there, like that. Now guys, that's going straight between those two signs. It's not a 244 iron because we're up here. It's only about 190 up there. Maybe 200. Don't let me forget that club there. Okay. Now that was with the load on the forward axis, guys. Here. Here. Now that's loading left as opposed to loading right. Tough out of this grass here. Getting really close. Here we are. Now this will be conventional trail axis loading.
Should I do some rear shots?
Huh?
Should I get behind you?
Yeah, you can shoot a couple from behind. Yeah. Yeah, guys, that was trail axis loading, which is normal channel lock. What I feel in the difference between trail axis and lead axis is I just feel I've got to have a little bit more commitment to keeping the shoulders shut, because having that weight there just tends to want to bring that lead shoulder forward and around a little bit. So here we are, and then we back cock. I'm loaded left, guys. Now that's right between the tree and the 240, so like, if that's 8 yards apart, that's right in the middle of 4. Now that's with forward lean, guys. I got to tell you, I don't know, I might even gravitate to the forward lean myself. What it does with the forward lean is that it definitely brings me up into a shutdown position where this forward axis is really in the dominant position. I mean, it's not the dominant componentry for me because I'm right-handed, but it actually feels like I'm here on top of it here. And I'm actually a little bit, like a little bit stack and tilt-ish as a feel. Okay, so this will just be, now that was a perfect shot with forward loading. This will be the same shot but with trail loading. Here, trail load. Now what I find, strangely enough, is that with the trail loading I hardly get any movement on the ball, like just the slightest of draw. But with the forward vertical axis loading I get, really strong draw. I don't understand that yet. Man, it's tough here with this grass. Wow. See if we can get one up past that 200. I'll go forward loading again. Look at that, guys. That's right. It couldn't be any more middle between the tree and the 240, so it just couldn't be. And if that's 8 yards apart, then that's right on the 4 again. That's forward loading. Now the point I made about guys saying I want to work the ball, well guys, really with this you don't really need to work the ball, because the ball will basically go straight. So if you've got a shot where you've got it where you want to go around a corner a bit, then just aim further left and just open the golf club so that as we come in and really keep those shoulders shut down so that we're getting a real push shot, but it'll be a push fade. So just work out the angularity that you need, the difference, and just push fade the ball. You don't have to, you don't have to just, sling cut it or anything like that. Just push fade it. Or what I would do is, I would just aim further left and just push it straight to the corner wherever I wanted to go. Now I'll hit this out of a really tough lie, and I'll hit one up here and I'll hit sort of like a little push fade, as if I had to go around a corner. So what do I do? If I'm going to push it back to that tree up there, can you get over here so you can get a look at it? And I'm going to sort of push cut it back to that tree there. Or not cut it, but just push fade it. So I just aim a lot further left. So I'm going to be going here, but I'm going to be pushing, and I've just got the face open. There you go, guys. There's the little bread and butter push fade. Hasn't moved much, a couple of yards. But you don't want balls cutting, you just want them either fading or drawing. And a fade is just a ball that basically just falls to the, if you're right-handed, to the right at the end of the flight, and a draw is one that just falls to the left at the end of its flight. So that was, and I think it just makes it easier, guys, because you've got exactly the same process and thinking all the time. This is really hard here. I'm down slope here. Alright guys, now again with shot making, if you wanted to hit the ball low, you wanted to hit it low. So we'll have to really load left or lead on that lead axis here. And just make sure that you just stay on top of the golf ball when you hit it. But we don't want to hit a low shot that's got a lot of sling on it. You just head back here so they can see the flight. Yeah, we don't want to, you might get down a bit lower. I'm just going to hit this low, so I'm going to be loaded left on that forward axis, which is good. The club is way back. I haven't got a lot of shaft angle lead, guys, because I want to get away from that. If I've got, if I play it back here and I load left and I put a lot of shaft lean into it, the face is pointing right. Now I don't want to do that, so I want to stand the shaft up and just stay on top of the golf ball. There's your low one. So that shot, guys, is back ball position. Still got the shaft fairly upright, but I'm loaded here. So I'm on top of it, but I'm behind it at the same time. If you can understand that, I'm on top of the ball, but I'm still behind it, and I'm still channel locking from end to out. See, that's a very low ball, but not a great. A lot of people that hit the low ball hit really low rent, slinging type shots. Now the other aspect, of course, is the high shot. You probably won't see this unless the cameraman can get this, but I'll hit it towards that tree up there. That tree's about 60 or probably 50 feet high, And very much, guys, if I want to hit it high, I'm going to stay on that trail axis even more and just sling it up. I don't play it any further forward. I just stay behind the shot more. Oh, there's the high one. That's going straight at that tree, guys. That tree's 50 feet high. And that's just carried right into the foliage of that tree, and that's right at the top. So that's like at about, 185 up there. It's still 50 feet in the air, and that was just the same back position, but really this is unloaded here, staying here, and I'm really firing it up. I'm not getting forward on the forward axis and firing it up. I'm firing it up from the rear axis to get the ball higher. All right, I'm just going to throw a few balls down. I'm just going to hit a few. Just walk around. This is JH going walkabout with the cows. Got 4 iron here, guys. I just hit a couple this way. I'll blow this one out at the car. And I'll go with forward axis on this. That's forward axis. That's really leaning on the ball in terms of an axis. This will be rear axis, and this is downhill. Just trying to hit them low, guys, so you can see it in the camera. I just hit one over here. I'll just hit one up this way. Different target. Forward axis. See, they never change, guys. You don't get any surprises. That's the great thing about it. You just won't get a surprise. Okay, trail axis. Ball doesn't move, and guys, see how quick and how lackadaisical I can do it, because I know that I'm not going to get a miss hit because the protocol's the same. The protocol is very, very automatic now, very automatic. Now I hit this very hard. I'll try and fly that tree up there, which is really hard from here, with a forward axis. Really back foot it, but forward axis it. Well, there, guys, that's just blown it over the tree. Just doesn't move. So, guys, the whole point of this is to just show you can use forward axis or back. It doesn't really matter. That was forward axis. I'll go back axis here, but with a lot of back load on it. I'm going to really hit that up. See, that's blown over the tree. Way by the tree. Hit that hard, guys. Now, that gives us that little bit of, little bit of slap back and stay back. I mean, that's a really aggressive golf shot. Okay, this is back axis again. That's the best one of the day, that. Man, that's motoring. And guys, I just, the good thing is that the ball just doesn't move. It never changes what it's going to do. Okay, this is an uphill lie out of a gully. Uphill lie out of a gully. Forward axis, because I want to be up the hill. Come on, Jays. Look at that, guys. For a 4-iron out of a gully. That car's only 8 feet wide and this is flying straight over the top of that car. But what you see in all of this, guys, is there's none of this and there's none of that. It just always starts in the direction that we want it to start. And now that we've got the facility of forward axis or back axis, great. Now a point that one of the guys made on the comment this morning on the channel was that with forward axis, we're loading left. Just be careful not to let the shaft, with that loading left, even though we've got a back ball position, don't let the shaft angle come in. Even though you're loaded left, keep the shaft angle back, because that's a natural thing to do, to let the shaft angle get in there. And that'll just point the club to the right. Just come over here, Clint. Just stand there and I'll hit a couple or there, and you can just there, and I'll hit them this way and I can see front on a little bit of the yeah. I won't hit you deliberately. I won't hit you deliberately. Yeah, so I'll just basically go at the 240 here. I'll go with front loading, guys. Back ball position, front axis load. Straight between the 8-yard corridor. Back, and I'll play this way back, but with trail axis loading. That's just killed. I'm very comfortable with the back axis clearly, and I just find that I can hit the ball harder from there. I mean, that went a long way. That went a very long way. Now this is a really long way back in terms of the ball position. Guys, I haven't hit a shot over here since I've been on the program or the protocol. Just don't go over here. And the reason I wanted to hit all these variation of shots here is that these are situ. This is what we do in a golf course. We hit them to different places. I hit one out here. And there's different orientation, different signals coming back from the target. I'll go at the car out there and I'll blow this one out there really hard from a way back position, way back. See, that's like hybrid distance. That's hybrid distance. Now guys, what's really important, which we've got to do, you've got to keep that 5 o'clock nose. And the 5 o'clock nose is the clock in front of us, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Got to do that, guys. The only time I get a variation in the quality of the strike and when the ball goes up and down the face groove-wise is when I don't commit to 5 o'clock nose. So I'll commit to 6 o'clock nose here. And I notice that even on my videos, when I've stopped framed it, I'm still a little bit here. The head's back, but I've just turned a little bit. I want the head back and the nose pointing back. Because when I do that, I actually almost see the club hit the ball. So I'll really key into this. This is backward loading, but a lot of 5 o'clock nose. Oh, well clearly that's about, see that's got further than hybrid with a 4-iron. And guys, that's the turbocharger in this golf swing, no question. The more you can get your 5 o'clock nose, keep it there when you hit the golf ball, there's your turbo. I mean, I'll really try and get back at outside 6 o'clock. I mean, that was just sensational. That's all I got to do. That's all I really got to work on with this golf swing now. There it is, guys. See, that's, you know, that's 2-iron, 1-iron distance with a 4-iron. And there are days when you've got to come out and probably hit a bucket of balls where you think about nothing else but 5 o'clock nose, or 6 o'clock nose if you can get it. All right, I'll try and get to the right of 6 o'clock. Well, there it is. Oh. Okay, guys, that'll do. Now the cameraman's seen all those shots. There hasn't. How many did I miss?
0.
Yeah. And they're all exactly the same, guys. They all just go exactly the same shape. They start in the same direction. And I had no warm-ups. We just came here. We didn't even know if we were going to do any videos today because the place is really busy. There's actually quite a few cows here. And I wasn't going to do any, and just hit those shots dead cold. Got one left. Just pick a target, Mr. Cameraman, and I'll just rip one out there.
Okay, we've got a green shed out there. Can you see the green shed?
Speak up.
Can you see the green shed?
Yeah, the pump shed.
Pump shed?
Yep.
That's our target.
Okay, this is out of really deep rough, guys. Really deep rough. Well, all he's got to do is open the door, and the pumper's got a ball as a companion. Last shot. I'll see if I can hit that 240 sign up there. The ball's got to still be in the air at 200, at about 12 feet off the ground from here. Good one, JH, good one. Oh, come on, baby, come on! Come on! Oh! Well, it didn't hit the sign, but it hit the post that the sign's on. So how about that, guys? That's the... See the 240? Says in the big letters? Well, it's hit the post in the middle of the 240. Didn't hit the sign, but hit the post. The post's only this wide. That's Mo Norman stuff there, isn't it? Okay. Okay, guys, just wanted to show you a little bit of that today, and just, you know, that we can work. And it's the first time I've actually taken it out and tried, you know, lead axis and trail axis. First time, but no hiccups. It all worked pretty good. Okay, that'll do us, guys. We might do some more tomorrow.